Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jamie. Let's get to crafting. For this first DIY, I'm going to start off with this Valentine Decor piece over at Dollar Tree. And after I remove the tags, I'm just going to go ahead and snip a piece of that garland. And it is actually one piece, so you just need to cut in one spot and then just kind of take it off, just kind of winding through it, and it comes off in one piece. And I do that for all three of them. Now, something if you want to think ahead about is this really pretty garland might actually be good for one of those Dollar Tree Christmas trees for later in the year. You could use that as garland, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so if you want to, put that aside and save it for Christmas. The next thing I do is I take a pair of wire cutters and I'm just going to clip off the little connecting pieces that hold all three of the hearts together. Then I'm going to use my wire cutters to go along the heart and clip off those little prongs that are sticking out. Now you can do the exact same thing for the little prongs that are on the inside of the heart. I didn't do that. I didn't think it was necessary, but you can if you want to. So the next thing I do is I take this burlap ribbon that I had gotten a while back from Walmart. I think it was about $5 or something. I had used a lot of it already, so I only have so much of it left. But anyway, I cut a big chunk of it off. Now notice how wide this ribbon is compared to how small the heart is. I really felt that this was actually too big to use for wrapping it all the way around. So what I end up doing is I just go ahead and fold it in half to just kind of double it up. And this will also serve as a way to kind of hide the red part of the wreath form there. I'm calling it a wreath form. I don't know what you actually want to call it. But anyway, if you have ribbon that is not so wide, use that. I also had this other ribbon from Dollar Tree that's got the real pretty lace on it. I would have used that, but I only have one thing. If I had more of it, I probably would have used that because that would have been really pretty. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to use my hot glue gun and just kind of running a bead of hot glue on the seam of my ribbon, and then I'm going to fold it in half. Again, if you have burlap that is not so wide, or actually maybe you don't mind that it's this wide, or you have another ribbon or material that you want to wrap the heart around with, so be it. Go ahead and use that. I'm working with what I got. So now I'm just going to run some hot glue on the inside of this heart, on the inside back part of this heart, and I'm going to put the burlap on top of that, and then I'm just going to start wrapping and wrapping and wrapping around. I don't add any more hot glue to this until the very end. So as you can see here, I ended up running out of that ribbon that I had initially cut, so no big deal. I just cut some more. I folded it in half, ran some hot glue like I did with the first chunk of ribbon, and then just kept wrapping it until the end of the heart. So this is what the heart looks like after all is said and done. It is looking very cute, and I go ahead and do the same thing with the next heart. Now I meant to do both of these here, but I only had so much ribbon, so I only ended up doing one more. Then I had this real pretty lace ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use that to also wrap that around, and I wrap it in a way around the heart that kind of covers the seams of the burlap. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So I take out a really large chunk of the ribbon, and same thing, I put some hot glue down on the very back of it, and then I just start wrapping, and then I don't hot glue again until the very end. So this is what that heart looks like after that is all said and done, and I do cut that chunk of ribbon off at the very bottom. Now I do that second heart, but I didn't show you because I kind of wanted to spare you your time. So now I've only got the two hearts, and I'm going to kind of overlap them just a little bit, and I'm going to attach these two hearts with some hot glue. This is kind of going in for that really sweet, romantic, shabby chic kind of Valentine Day decor. So I have these pink flowers that I had gotten from Dollar Tree a while back, and these would look so beautiful, but I felt like they were too big. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Because I felt that they were too big for this project, I ended up going with something a little bit smaller. And I know the mums that I'm using here are actually from the fall, so it's not exactly a late winter, early spring decor flower, but you know what? I really like the color and I thought this looked so pretty. So I'm just going to take the mums and I'm just going to hot glue them where I think it looks really pretty. And then this project is pretty much done. For this next DIY, this is so super simple. I'm just taking this wooden heart that I found over at Dollar Tree and my Waverly chalk paint and Ballet slipper, and I go ahead and give this heart one coat of chalk paint. Now, I'm sorry, I thought I recorded this, but I did not. Next, I go in with the mineral chalk paint by Waverly, and I have the same wooden beads that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby in one of my last videos where I made the wooden couple. If y'all remember that, I can link that in the cards or down below. And I give this one coat of that mineral chalk paint. So as you might imagine, we are actually making a candle riser with these wood pieces, and I think this would be a really cute Valentine decor piece. And then even after Valentine's Day, this might look really cute in a little girl's room, in which case I do have a little girl, so she might want this for her figurines or something like that. So the next thing I do is I just take that same mineral chalk paint and I do some dry brushing over the heart, and I'm not really sure if I really wanted to do that or if I wanted to keep it a solid pink. I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comments section. Would you leave it in a solid pink or would you distress it? So then, of course, the last thing I'm doing is I'm just adding some hot glue to these wood beads and I'm placing them underneath the heart, and then we have our candle riser. So then, of course, to go with it, I have one of those candle vases from Dollar Tree, and I've got this contact paper I had picked up from Walmart, and I think that was about $5 as well. So I'm just going to measure it out, and I'm going to cut a chunk of this contact paper, and I'm going to be wrapping it around this vase. Now, the nice thing about the contact paper is if you want it and then just decide later on you change your mind, this contact paper comes off of glass really easy. Next, I'm taking these adhesive pearls from Dollar Tree, you guessed it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut a strip of these beads to put on our candle vase, just to kind of zhuzh it up a bit. So something that I learned is you want to keep the back of that adhesive, like you want to keep the back on there if you're going to cut it and then take the backing off. I don't know what I was doing. I tried taking the sticky part off and I don't know, I was making a mess of it. But anyway, go ahead and cut a strip of the beads down, and then I just place them on the edge of the contact paper. And now we're extra fancy. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me today. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye.